Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through the Gameweek25 team selection, transfer plans and thoughts heading into this game week. It's a short turnaround this game week as we look ahead to a Saturday deadline. If you'd like to follow my team throughout the season, don't forget to hit subscribe. A quick thank you to the newest members and Patreons, Brian, Ben, Oliver Dean, Elan John, Vishnu, Siama, Nathan and Darth. If you'd like to support me by becoming a patron or a member, the perks are the same and it includes early access to videos and a private channel on the Discord where I'll give team feedback. Links are in the description to both. Just before we jump in, today's video is sponsored by Spitch, which is a free app on both iOS and Android. A link to the app to the top of the description. Spitch complements FPL very well. You create a lineup within the budget and you score points based on how they do. What sets it apart is you pick a fresh team every game week, almost like having a wildcard every week, and on top of that you can win cash prizes. You can even join mid-game week, so if you miss the early kickoff you're fine. I love the concept as it's a lot more fun than putting a bet on a game. However, since you can play for money, it's 18 plus only. It also supports the channel, so give it a try and see what you think. Thank you again to Spitch. To download the app, simply hit the link at the top of the description. Enjoy the video. A quick look back at how Gameweek 24 went. At the time of recording, 31 points, which is a red arrow to 91st. However, we've got Ramsdale, Trent, Jota and Captain Salah to play. Some poor luck again with Gray going off injured after 24 minutes and Calvert-Lewin unexpectedly benched. Surprisingly, Lampard didn't even call upon him when Everton were trailing and Newcastle went on to score another, by which point all three subs were made. Rafinha didn't have any involvement in the 3 Leeds goals and King blanked against West Ham. Cancelo and Bowen were both over 100% effective ownership, so blanks from them actually would have been better, but they both returned. I'm still delighted with how the season's going overall, but very unlucky the last few game weeks all in all. I'm very glad to own Salah for the Burnley game next game week, although he won't be my captain, but his ownership will still be very low, while many managers are looking to bring in double Gameweek 25 players. Fortunately we have 2 transfers banked and we need a strong game week to prevent falling outside the top 100. On to the Gameweek 25 team selection and transfer plans. De Gea starts in goal, who has the double game week against Southampton and Brighton, both fixtures at home. United's defence has been very average recently. Over the last 4 games played, they have an expected goals conceded of 5.31, which ranks mid-table. However, this does leave an opportunity for plenty of save points for De Gea, and this game week is 3rd top on the predicted points. Trent starts for the away trip to Burnley. Burnley are rock bottom for expected goals over the last 4 games played, and they've only scored twice over that period. If you can't fit a United player into your team, then you could make the case for captaining Trent for this one. He's taken 6 shots in his last 4 games, and over the season he's top for expected assists among all players on 8.78 expected assists. Cancelo faces Norwich for one of the best fixtures of the season. Man City and Liverpool play midweek after Gameweek 25 in the Champions League, which could affect the minutes of some players such as Cancelo, but we'll hope that he gets the start for this one. Norwich are second worst for expected goals after Burnley in their last 4 games played, and City are top on the clean sheet odds for Gameweek 25. At last, Alonso's finally on his way out of the team. He didn't hit the heights that we'd hoped after picking him up off the back of Chilwell's injury. He or James could become very good options again as the fixture run looks good for Chelsea after their blanks are out of the way. At the end of the video we'll discuss who's coming in for Alonso. It's great to welcome Mo Salah back and he gets the vice captaincy for the Burnley game. Despite his blanks while away at AFCON, he's still 33 points clear of any other player. Liverpool will feel that they're not out of the running for the league yet, with a game in hand over City, and they still need to face them in Gameweek 32. However, Liverpool need to pick up maximum points from here on, and Salah will be crucial to that. In a recent interview, Klopp said that the plan is to play Salah as much as possible. Another player who has disappointed is Gray from Everton. Despite some great fixtures and reasonable underlying numbers, he's been blanking week after week, and then he went off injured in the Newcastle game after 24 minutes. We've got 5.2 mil in the bank, so you can probably figure out exactly who we're looking at to replace Gray, but more on that later. Despite the return of Mane and the Diaz signing, the plan is to hold Jota until after Liverpool's double game week, as we've got more pressing moves to make elsewhere. Robertson looks like the best player to complete the Liverpool trio, but it's a luxury transfer and only worth it if you're on a wildcard. There's a chance he gets benched for one of the next 3, but he's capable of having an impact even if it's off the bench. Over the season he's second for expected goals on 11.42 XG, only Salah has higher, which just demonstrates what a great value pick he's been. You wonder how much he'll get a price increase to next season, and whether he'll get reclassified as a forward. Bowen delivered again in Gameweek 24 and he's only blanked once in his last 7 appearances, albeit the goal was an unfortunate deflection past Foster. Leicester have been woeful defensively over the season and they're third worst for expected goals conceded. Only the Liverpool trio, Salah, Jota and Mane can take more than Bowen's 45 shots in the box this season. Rafinha completes the midfield for the match against Everton, who are another side that continue to leak goals. It could be a tougher matchup with Everton playing at home this game, however they face Leeds off the back of conceding 3 to Newcastle in a 3-1 loss. It's a huge game for both teams as Leeds are currently 3 points ahead of Everton and 1 place above, and both sides have played 21 games. There's still no confirmed return date for Bamford yet, who has been a huge miss. It's been a good season for Rafinha, but it could have easily been a better one with Bamford spearheading the attack like last season. Reluctantly, Josh King starts for the home game against Brighton. Hodgson's had an immediate impact defensively as we suspected, keeping a clean sheet in his first game and conceded once against West Ham, though as we also suspected they look less dangerous in attack. Although it's a small sample size, over the last 2 matches with Hodgson in charge, Watford are rock bottom on expected goals. They've taken 17 shots which ranks 16th and 9 in the box which ranks 19th. Calvert-Lewin completes the 11, he was a surprise omission from Everton's starting 11. He's been an absolute disaster since bringing him in for double Gameweek 21 after missing a penalty and then the second of the double getting postponed. The pressure is immediately on Lampard to get a result here, and unless he's injured you fully expect DCL to return to their starting 11. On the bench it's Ramsdale, Dennis, Dawson and Livramento. All the way back in Gameweek 20 when Arsenal's game was postponed we had to make a keeper transfer and the decision was made to sell Foster instead of Ramsdale. The thinking was that there's so many postponements that at some point we could get an extra double game week or Foster loses his spot which would leave us exposed. It looks like we'll finally benefit from that decision with our keepers playing 4 games in the next 2 game weeks. The focus for the transfers is the double game week fixtures for Man United so Dennis survives. Decisions will need to be made in the Game Week 26 double. We've got 2 transfers banked and we'll be spending both. The plan is to downgrade Alonso to a 4.6 mil defender. There's a few options but none particularly stand out. Dalot has the double game week this game week though there's perhaps a chance of Wan-Bissaka playing in one. Webster also has the double but not the best fixture pairing. Davies and Aït-Nouri also look like good options. Davies has a good Game Week 25 fixture while Aït-Nouri less so. However Wolves don't buy in Game Week 30 which could be significant if we don't free hit. There's a long list of options but Guehi is the current one coming in for 4.5 mil. Palace face Brentford and then they have the double Game Week 26 and then they face Burnley. His attacking numbers are the best of the Palace defenders but not by much. This frees up enough money to do great to Bruno Fernandes. He's top for predicted points and Bruno would be the captain for the double. Although he's not hit the same heights this season, we've seen what he's capable of and he did very well in the last double game week. He got an assist in the Burnley game but it was ruled offside. As always I will post my final team on the channel and on Twitter. If you'd like to follow my team throughout the season don't forget to hit subscribe. But for now that concludes today's video, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments how your Game Week 24 went and what your plan is for Game Week 25. I read every comment so if you enjoyed the video let me know.